Shout out to Kevin Smith for sending me this story. And to be honest, I wasn't even really paying attention to it until I actually opened up the article itself and started reading through it. And I said, this should be very interesting. So you can see on your screen, there's something called the South Carolina Secessionist Party. I've never heard of it. And the crazy thing is I went to college in South Carolina for 4 years and I never heard of this particular organization. And to be honest, it's not like I would have been trying to figure out who the hell they were. But apparently they're this group who loves to wave around the damn Confederate flag and whatnot. And I don't really know what their purpose is beyond that. But apparently what happened back in 2017 is that they got into it with the wrong individuals. And now they pretty much are in a position where they have to disband their group or they will be forced to pay another group some funds should they ever get back together. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from Philly.com. It says a pro-Confederacy group in South Carolina must break up, and if its members ever get back together, they must pay a black mother and her two children $3 million for posting pictures of the children holding Confederate memorabilia without their mother's permission. The secessionist party reached an agreement with the mother in court Thursday, the Charleston Post and Courier reported. The secessionist party was holding a rally to support the Confederate flag in Charleston in June 2017, and the children were at a picnic nearby with their family when they and other children were attracted to a fire truck. A member of the secessionist party came up to the 7-year-old and the 8-year-old and gave them a small Confederate flag and told them to hold it low and against their body so their mother couldn't see it, then took their pictures. The pictures were posted on the group's Facebook page hours later under the heading "Spreading the Love to All," and they put all in all caps. Our Southern brothers and sisters. You can tell that was just completely propaganda based. The children's mother told her lawyers that she received so many hateful messages about the photos she had to shut down her own Facebook page. As a part of the agreement, the secessionist party did not appear in court as the settlement was finalized. The party had agreed to pay the Charleston NAACP $1,000 and disband the organization. Judge Alex Kinlaw Jr. agreed with the settlement that also ordered the $3 million payment if they ever get back together. The chairman of the secessionist party, James Bessinger, said earlier this year that the group was disbanded because the people who liked the Confederacy and its ideas were being outnumbered by racists. See the ultimate deflection? That's not why you're being disbanded. You're being disbanded because y'all ain't trying to pay that mother and her two sons that $3 million. But y'all should have known better than it puts, I'm gonna get to that little rant towards the end. Over the past several years, the group has staged Confederate flag waving rallies in prominent public locations across the state. The Southern Poverty Law Center has said South Carolina's group is a minor player in the bigger pro-Confederate movement. This is a big day for our community, for South Carolina as a state, and for the nation, said Charleston attorney Roy Willie IV, who represented the family. We have no doubt that while we have financially bankrupted a morally bankrupt organization, hate still exists. Now, luckily, these kids did not get snatched up by these people because we don't know what they could have did. They could have kidnapped them. But the fact of the matter is that you gave them a Confederate flag. Those kids most likely did not know what they were holding up and took their picture and put it on a website. That website, when you put stuff like that out there on the internet, it's out there for good. That, their pictures are most likely still floating around somewhere in cyberspace, even if the website is no longer active. But like I said in the beginning, that was nothing but propaganda based to try to, I don't know if they were trying to attract people or what have you. But they said that the mother ended up getting so many hateful threats and comments because of her kids being on that website, which catered to white people. And she had to shut down her Facebook page. That's why when they keep saying, oh, that flag represents Southern heritage, I said that's a bunch of bullshit, because you could probably find those flags anywhere that's not in the South. And as you can see, they were holding the Confederate flag on that website that they probably say is for all, but it's really, we know it's a white supremacist ran website. Because if it wasn't, then why did the people who leave comments towards the mother say all those hateful things? Now, when they left those comments towards her, they gave themselves away. And that's how she was able to figure out that her sons was on that website. So in a way, kudos to them, because she most likely would never know. She could have went even longer and never knew her two boys was on that website. And look, people can go on there and look at them, and they could probably try to track them down and do God knows what to them. And this is South Carolina we're talking about here. We're talking about a state that's still running on a lot of old morals. In a way, I kind of want their low so-called high IQ selves to get back together, just so they would have to pay her her and her sons $3 million, and I mean all of it, not a penny less. But this is like, this is very, very interesting though. Like, she literally had grabbed them by the balls, but hey, they started it first. They the ones that decided, hey, let's put these two black boys holding a Confederate flag on the website. That'll be a good idea. Wrong. And what they should do is they need to scrub. If they haven't done so already, they should scrub that site. But like I say, when stuff like that ends up on the internet, it's out there for good. So you could probably find those boys, but see, the thing is, they don't put their names out there, so you'll never know who it is. If you just came across a picture and you saw two black boys holding a Confederate flag, those most likely were the two black boys that this story was talking about. I can't believe they actually created a whole party about just holding the damn flag. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.